That's awesome, man. Well, AI certainly is in the forefront of everything in this world right now, and it's just growing so exponentially, so fast. How, what does AI look like for you in your job, and what do you think the future is for AI in what you're doing?
So, in what I am doing with AI, well, personally, I use it as a therapist and,
Your chat GPTs?
yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
use it all the time, every day, right?
Do you have a conversation with your chat GPT?
I do,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. I might need to look into that.
Yeah, no, I really do. Some days I'll be like, man, owning my own company is the hardest thing ever. Talk me off the ledge, right? I'll be like, hey, just don't quit today. All right, push it off till tomorrow.
Nice.
It's thoughtful for sure.
Wow. Okay.
But inside my business, I use it to do a lot of things. Like, I'm not a software developer. I program PLCs and I'm good at designing the electrical components. Well, there's a lot of stuff you can do with software nowadays,
Yeah.
like creating little scripts to automate tasks that you do repetitively, right? So anything that I do right now, I'm trying to look at, okay, in a year, if I brought somebody on, how can I systemize this task so that when I can bring them on, it makes their life easier and makes them successful.
Right.
So I've been using it to develop software tools, like for quoting, for instance. One of the things I do is when I get a conveyor drawing, I lay out all the devices that are required. Well, before I was counting them all by hand. Now I created a script that'll go count them automatically and dump them into my Excel spreadsheet for quoting, right? So that obviously has helped not even just my time, but it's helping somebody in the future with their time and making them successful, right? Because I'm not going to be like, how'd you miss counting those? Well, I didn't count them. The software did.
Right.
I'm looking to build some tools with it for invoice tracking. Hey, invoices came overdue. Right now I go back in and I say, okay, this invoice went overdue today. Let me go reach out to this customer and see when it'll get paid. I can build an AI chatbot to do that type of stuff, right? It's always monitoring the invoices. It goes in and it says, hey, this one's a week overdue. Send an email to this customer.
Yeah.
And that's the simple stuff. The amount that you can do moving forward is, it really can be crazy, right? You could almost replace accounting jobs. Not all of them, but some of those, hey, when I get an invoice from a vendor, somebody right now goes and puts it into QuickBooks.
Yeah.
Well, you, in theory, can have an AI bot go monitor the accounting email. When you get an invoice from the vendor, they go put that in automatically.
Right. Yeah.
And I think the future of AI, that's what it's going to look like. Everybody's like worried, like nobody's going to have jobs. I think there are going to be jobs that are lost, but I think that somebody's always going to have to monitor this stuff, right? And somebody's going to have to be, what's the next thing we can do with it?
Right.
And as far as, especially like the office type jobs, I feel like those can definitely be AI'd out.
Yeah.
But as far as like, obviously electricians, you can't AI those out.
Right.
Those are going to be there forever. Plumbing, different trades like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Are there other AI platforms that you're using other than ChatGPT?
So there's one I've been messing with to kind of try and build this accounting one, which is called Zapier.
Okay.
And it's basically allows you to integrate different AIs together.
Okay.
Along with other apps, right? So in there, you can kind of piece together and say, hey, I'm going to monitor my QuickBooks invoices. And if I see this happen with the invoices, I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to have it build this type of, automated email. Then I'm going to connect it to my Outlook and it'll automatically go send that email.
So it's allowing all these automations to talk to one another, to work together.
Exactly.
Gosh, yeah. When we first started in real estate, it was like, you had this thing for this, you had this thing for that, you had this thing, for whatever,
Exactly.
all these different platforms. And it sounds like AI is now going to be able to merge those, because I've heard of Zapier, and I've heard it in a real estate context.
Okay.
But yeah, it's wild.
And Zapier is cool too, because again, I'm not a software developer. So there's another form of Zapier called N8N, and that one I've messed with, but you really have to know what you're doing to build automations inside there. Like Zapier, you could probably go on there and build an automation and test it out and deploy it.
That's wild. So did you like this episode of the TMA Connection? Well, you might want to check this one out right here. Go ahead, click it.